can't believe I'm doing this.
And you do it so well.
This is all Jane's fault. She made me do this.
She doesn't take care of your needs anymore.
No, baby, not the way you do. She hasn't wanted me to touch her in months. Frank, you make me feel so alive. I hope you feel something too.
Oh, I feel something, all right. I hope you've gotten what you wanted.
Are you okay? Does it feel like you've broken anything?
The only thing broken is your sense of morality, Thomas.
Excuse me?
God, you're a lying, pathetic loser. No wonder your wife won't let you touch her.
Who the hell are you?
I'm the angel of mercy, baby. Here to save the world from one more adultering loser.
No!
Blue units, we have a report of a DB off the bike path by lifeguard tower 44.
This is 1 PB boy responding. Please have CSU and coroners meet us. Hit it.
Move back, people! Move back, please. Move back, sir.
Can't even imagine being with the same person half that long.
I can. It's pretty nice.
So, when are you gonna tell your parents about us?
You know what? It's hard enough for them to handle me being a cop. Let's let them get to know you as my friend first, okay?
Okay.
Happy anniversary.
Hi, Mrs. Calloway.
Hi, Chris.
You don't mind if we crash, do you? We'll blow out of here after coffee if you and Deb have some time together. Oh.
He walked off a few minutes ago.
Well, that's okay, Mom. We'll just wait until he comes back.
He's not coming back, TC. Your father left me.
When can I get his things back?
I'm sorry, Mrs. Leary. Thomas's possessions are being held as evidence.
Even his wedding ring?
Your husband wasn't wearing one when we found him. Mrs. Leary, was Thomas having trouble at work?
No.
Is he breaking from his usual routine? Maybe getting strange phone calls, meeting people in odd places?
No, I would know about that.
How?
I had a private investigator following him
Really? Why?
because I thought he might be having an affair.
Was he?
No.
But you were suspicious of him.
Obviously, I just told you I hired a private investigator.
On your anniversary, Dad? Is that supposed to be symbolic or just incredibly thoughtless timing?
I don't know what your mother told you, but there's a lot more to it than that.
She said it has something to do with another person coming between you, but she refused to discuss it out of respect for you.
Your mother doesn't know the first thing about the meaning of the word respect.
I don't believe this. I have spent my entire life listening to you tell me how a man faces up to responsibility. Now I want to hear you be a man and admit it to my face.
Admit what? That your mother's having an affair? What?
You've been suspecting it since your mom came back from Europe?
Since right after my kidnapping, but he didn't have the nerve to call her on it until today.
Wow.
You know what I can't understand, Chris, is why now? After 35 years.
Maybe she wasn't happy.
They're not going to tell my sister about it until after she gets back from her trip next week. And I can't even imagine how Teddy's going to take the news.
So Thomas Leary designed computer games, huh?
Oh, not just any computer games, Lieutenant. There's Carnival Bullies, Nightmare Ninjas of Death. That was a genius.
The perp shot at point-blank range put the .38 right to Leary's heart.
No prints, no weapons, no witnesses.
And aside from the wedding ring, nothing was missing.
Not his cash, not his platinum card, not even his Rolex.
How big was his insurance policy?
Big enough to give his grieving widow plenty of motive.
Yeah, $5 million worth.
Listen, let's not jump to any conclusions just yet. I want you two to recanvass the area and check into Leary's business. See if you have any problem partners or associates, okay?
Lieutenant, I was thinking maybe TC and Chris should talk to the PI. Maybe she saw something when she was telling Larry.
Good idea.
All right.
So, you and your partner also do personal training. Investigative work isn't always consistent or lucrative, but there are plenty of women who will pay whatever it takes to get into shape.
The prize being a man.
You don't look morally opposed to physical fitness, officer.
What can you tell us about Thomas Leary?
Only that I can't believe somebody would kill him. He was a really nice guy.
But an unfaithful one.
In a manner of speaking.
I think you need to explain that.
Our business isn't merely monitoring current behavior, but also assessing the potential for future activity.
Why don't you cut the euphemisms and tell us what you really do?
A woman likes to know the measure of a man's fidelity. So we offer him the forbidden apple. See if he bites.
You lure these men into affairs to see if they're faithful?
Sounds more like collusion and conspiracy than a true test of relationships.
I'm a licensed private investigator. I simply collect data so my clients can make informed decisions.
You may be licensed, but seducing another woman's husband sounds like a completely different profession to me.
You're out of line, officer.
Am I? You expose to a man's wife an affair you created, and then that man shows up dead a day later.
If that's your theory, go question the wife.
We will. And we'd also like to talk to your partner.
Tanya Martina had no involvement with this investigation. But if anything changes, I'll call you.
Thank you for your time.
Leary's dead.
Yeah, so I heard. Come on, let's go grab some lunch.
All right, thank you very much.
I'm confused. Where'd the coroner find Thomas Leary's wedding ring?
Shoved down his throat.
For real?
Oh, yeah. They're running it for prints and DNA right now, but that's not the best part. There were 2 victims in Palm Beach and 1 in Chicago with the same MO. Wedding bands in their throat, shot in the heart.
What about ballistics?
Same caliber, different gun.
And all the victims were male?
And married, with big insurance payouts to the wives who just so happened to have used a private investigator.
Tanya Martina and Frankie Dean.
No. But the police reports show that the PIs were female. Unfortunately, the names of the PIs I ran came up bogus.
Well, some states are pretty loose on who will issue a PI license to. It'd be easy to operate with fake credentials.
Now, Lieutenant, I think it's time we have another talk with our grieving widow.
Yeah, it won't hurt.
You know, I read in the paper that John Halpern's widow was acquitted. Palm Beach's PD's blaming the crime lab.
I know she did it. You didn't see her face after I showed her the tape.
You don't think that huge divorce settlement was sufficient revenge?
Jealousy makes people crazy, baby.
What about Thomas Leary? Who do you think killed him?
Who cares? He's just another worthless creep.
Yeah, that we entrapped.
Look, we may have dangled a little irresistible bait, but nobody put a gun to his head to take it.
Don't you think it's odd that 3 of our targets have turned up dead?
No. What's odd is out of all the hundreds of cheating guys we've exposed, only 3 of their wives have been pissed enough to do anything about it.
I'm beginning to see why you brought us to LA. It's a hell of an uneven battlefield between the sexes out here.
Yes. And here's to using our talents to level it out and even the score.
Stevie says all his parents do is fight. Slam doors and break stuff.
And it's probably best that they won't be living together anymore.
But I thought if you got married, it's supposed to be forever, until you die.
You know how I've always told you that it's easy to make a promise, but hard to keep one?
Yeah?
That's what marriage is. It's a promise. And Callaways always keep their promises, TC.
You waived your right to an attorney because you said you had nothing to hide. So why don't you tell me the real reason why you hired Frankie Dean?
Do you think I murdered my husband?
Your alibi checked out, Mrs. Leary. We just want to figure out what happened and why you felt the need to hire a private investigator.
I told you to see if he was having an affair.
And was he?
I told you no.
But you admitted that you suspected him.
Of course I did. He was a man.
Don't even say it, Kelly. Have you run those background checks on Tanya Martina and Frankie Dean yet?
Yeah, we should have something soon. They found a haircut on Leary's wedding ring. The DNA will take a while.
You're up.
Unless you start telling the truth, things are gonna get a lot worse.
I'm being interrogated for the murder of my own husband. How much worse can they get? Hi, I'm the bad cop.
Mrs. Leary, meet Officer Kelly.
You lied to us, Jane. You didn't hire Frankie Dean to follow Thomas. You hired her to bait him. You signed a prenup, and you needed the ammo to get a divorce while you were still marketable.
I tried to save our marriage. He didn't care about anything but his work.
Enlighten me. How does being suspicious and underhanded help save a marriage?
Well, you wouldn't understand.
I'll tell you what I do understand. Jealousy. You thought your husband's infidelity would give you a great divorce settlement, but instead, it just got you really pissed off. And divorce isn't really what you wanted anyway. What you wanted was revenge. And then Frankie Dean offered to do the hit.
Are you saying I hired her to kill Thomas?
Certainly understand if you did.
She looks like she's about ready to slug Chris.
Yeah, but she doesn't look guilty.
That's it. I want my attorney.
No need. We're finished here. So what do you want to do, Lieutenant?
I want you and Victor to get married and move into your place today.
Okay, sure, Lieutenant.
And I want you to become an unhappy couple by tomorrow.
I get it.
I knew you would.
I know I should have called first, but we need to talk, Bob.
Hey, bro.
What are you doing here, Teddy?
I live 10 minutes away, remember?
I'll make coffee.
You know. And longer than you have. Isn't that what you're wondering?
What have you known, Teddy?
That they've been having problems? The mom's been unhappy?
And why didn't you tell me this?
Oh, you mean like you told me?
What about Dad?
What about him? Look, Mom's finally getting the attention she deserves. It's too bad it has to come from another man.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Stop it! This problem is between myself and your father. It will not tear this family apart.
Seems like somebody's already started that process.
Shut up, TC.
I want to talk to you, Mom.
No, you want to interrogate me.
Why do I get the feeling you approve of what she's doing?
Because to you, there's only two choices: approve or disapprove, black or white, good or evil. Our mother isn't evil.
What she's doing is wrong, Teddy.
You have to learn to see what's in between, TC. That's all relationships are, one big messy gray area.
Use your legs. Isolate the movements. Great job. It's unusual for me to have a client with such incredible raw material.
Thanks. I can't believe I put in so much work for my husband.
Hey, it's not for him. It's for you. And you can only hope he knows how lucky he is.
Well, of course he doesn't. But they never do they?
My experience? No.
Well, that's sort of the reason why I'm here. I heard that you offer another type of consulting service.
Well, sometimes a woman needs to know that her husband's commitment is as strong as her own.
I just put so much into this marriage, and every day it just becomes more distant.
Come on, give me 5 more. Nothing like sore glutes to take your mind off marital troubles. Excuse me.
Jane, I have to talk to you now.
Listen, this isn't a good time.
I don't give a damn if you have clients or not. Now, the police have come to me asking questions, and I need to talk to you.
Fine, Jane, answer their questions, unless you have something to hide.
I have nothing to hide, and I have answered their questions. Now, I have something for you. Do you know anything in the investigation that you're not telling me?
Look, Jane, we did our job, okay? We followed him, we lured him into an illicit affair with...
I was such a jerk last night.
You gotta stop blaming yourself. You were upset.
I don't blame myself. I blame my mother. I blame Teddy.
For what? Having your mother's confidence?
Oh, I'm sorry. You see, I didn't know where else to go.
Dad, it's okay. Come on in.
Oh, hi, Mr. Calloway.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll go.
Oh, no. I was just leaving. My shift is before TC's. See you at the station.
Thanks for everything.
Have a good day. Huh? Too serious? Or...
Conversation for another day, Dad. Come on in. Why don't you have a seat? You look like hell.
Well, you know, son, there's nothing like starting the day with a hangover. Although, technically, to be hungover, I'd have to have slept.
What are you gonna do now, Dad?
What can I do, huh? Mother, she betrayed me, you know, she made her choice. Now it's up to the lawyers to step in. Oh, come on, son, don't you have any bourbon around here?
Dad. I never thought you'd give up on anything so easily.
I'm not going to discuss this with you, TC. You're my son, for God's sake. So I just won't do it. You know, what's past is past. It's just time to move on.
So that's it? No counseling? No trying to work through this? You're just going to walk away from a 35-year investment?
Counseling is a new age yuppie crutch for self-indulgent whining. And as for my investment, I don't have any security after 35 years. Look, I'd be a fool not to put my assets into something a little more stable.
Please tell me this tough guy act is for my benefit.
What do you want from me, TC? Do you want to see me fall apart?
No, Dad.
Because, by God, I will not be reduced to some embarrassing, sobbing midlife crisis. Not by your mother, not by anyone.
so your shoulders are screaming for my help. Frankie Dean, body consultant.
Victor Moreno. Wow. Strong handshake.
Allow me to give you a free sample.
Excuse me?
My studio's just down the beach a little way.
I'm on my lunch break.
Give me 5 minutes, and I promise I will make you feel 10 times better.
Well, after a free 5-minute back rub, your husband's having a drink later tonight with Frankie Dean.
Men are so easy.
Women aren't always paragons of virtue either. So let's keep up the surveillance on the PIs and Jane Leary. Chris has already spotted 2 other unsuspecting husbands being worked on. Who knows how many others there are.
Well, I got the prints back from my gym bag and Victor's briefcase, and this is what we've got. Tina Barron, a.k.a. Tanya Martina. Your classic criminal in making childhood, complete with sexual abuse by an uncle and his friends. She was convicted of manslaughter. Her little sister's boyfriend.
Where'd you hook up with Frankie Dean?
You mean Fiona Drake? Busted for drug dealing. She had a tough time her first few weeks inside until Tanya rescued her from a nasty guard.
Have we been able to place them in the cities where the murders were committed?
I've got a few phone calls into the victims' widows. I'm hoping to get a description of the PIs that they used.
In the meantime, let's see how close you and Victor can get to your new personal trainers.
I'm guessing pretty darn close.
Looks like you've been stood up, Casanova.
Maybe she had an emergency.
Right.
Nice hair.
I'm not running a school, boys. Get lost.
Sorry I'm late. I am so glad you waited.
No, that's okay. I thought you stood me up.
Who would ever stand you up?
What are you doing here? Looking for you. Jill said you came by to check up on Mom. Where is she?
I look like her keeper?
No, just her confidant.
Oh, so that's what this is about, huh? You're jealous because Mom confided in me and not you?
Oh, please, get over yourself, Teddy.
Damn it, Catherine, don't you walk away from me.
I have spent the better part of 35 years trying to get your ear for a few minutes every day. It doesn't feel very good, does it, Ethan?
You're defending what you've done to me because I didn't listen to you?
Listening is on the list, that's for sure, but it's hardly everything, and I certainly don't have to defend myself to someone who's never defended himself to me.
What the hell are you talking about, Catherine?
I'm tired, Catherine. I have this merger on my mind, Catherine. Oh, I can't come to bed now. I have to make a call to the office in Asia. If you really wanted to make love to your wife, you'd find the time. Oh, but that might interfere with your ability to make more money.
Bartender, can I have another Perrier, please?
You know, most guys I've met out here are so pretentious. So constantly trying to make an impression.
So I'm not impressing you.
I think you have no idea the impression you're making. You're the first man to ask me about me or my interests in I don't know how long.
That's because they're stunned that a beautiful, sexy woman like you can still be so gentle and sweet.
No, you're the sweet one.
So she's from Oklahoma, so what?
She feels like she's from Oklahoma.
Maybe you shouldn't have been holding her so close when you were dancing.
I'm just saying she seems like a really nice girl, not like a killer.
Or maybe her powers of seduction are better than what you bargained for. Better be careful tomorrow's nooner.
Is it just me, or is there something sort of unsavory about being in the lieutenant's office after hours?
It's fun, isn't it? You don't think he's gonna mind, do you?
Nah, we'll just save him a slice of pepperoni.
So you guys think that just because a man takes Frankie's bait, you can assume that he would eventually cheat with somebody else?
I think everything's a matter of time and circumstance.
What are you saying? That under the right conditions, anyone would cheat? Can you do me a favor? Can you please withhold that little pearl of cynicism from Linda until after we get married?
Hey, I'm just saying some people are lucky and those conditions never arise.
I guess the Callaways weren't so fortunate.
Yeah.
TC must still be reeling from the shock.
I mean, tell me something. If TC's parents can't make a marriage last, what hope is there for the rest of us?
Sorry I took off, bro. I guess my stomach's not as strong as yours.
I want to know how long you've been covering for Mom and this guy.
You're being ridiculous.
Am I? Ridiculous is being able to face Dad every day at work.
Come on, get the hell off of me.
You're gonna help me, Teddy. We're gonna talk to Mom. We're gonna tell her how devastated Dad is. Hey, he's got a heart condition. He can't handle this.
His heart, what about hers?
You don't walk away from 35 years, 3 kids, and a whole life. He's been a good husband.
How do you know? Huh? You never been married. For 35 years, she's taken care of him. Put him first.
Oh, that's what this is about. You're upset because your wife is going back to work. Not so much for my progressive little brother.
Do you two even hear yourselves? Talk about your parents as if you have any control over them. Well, guess what? You don't.
Well, look, we can't just stay out of it.
Think how you'd act if these are your friends.
She brought him into this. She made him an accomplice.
You're insane, PC. You know that?
Am I? You're the one helping to break him up by participating.
All I did was agree to tell Dad that Mom was with me if he ever wondered where she'd been.
And you never asked any questions.
Unlike you, I don't ask questions I don't want to know the answers to. She's my mother. Some things I just don't want to hear.
And that's the whole problem. Neither of you can accept Catherine Calloway as a sexual being.
What's that supposed to mean?
If this was your dad cheating, this would be a whole other conversation. But it's freaking you two little boys out because the first time you have to view your mother as a woman. And if you don't start treating her that way, you're just as guilty as the man who only sees her as a wife. Think about it.
Did they actually use the word divorce?
All I hear them do is throw accusations at each other. And when they do, they're both caught so off guard by what the other one says, it's like they haven't really talked in years.
Maybe they haven't.
I feel like such an idiot. How can I not see it?
They're your parents. They've always been your parents. If you don't look at them in a new light, you're just gonna keep seeing the same old picture. And divorce or separation, it's not easy for anyone. But I tell you, in my case, in some ways, it made Jessie a better person.
How so?
She got to know us as individuals. She actually helped us through a rough period. I mean, kids are sensitive. They tell it like it is.
I just want to be there for them.
And you can be. Just don't lay a guilt trip on them.
Hey, isn't today Victor's videotape consummation day?
We'll see if they approach Corey and offer to take him out.
Now, explain to me again exactly how Victor plans on getting out of the actual consummation.
According to Del Toro, he's used to handling the advances of beautiful women.
Oh, whoa, hold up a second.
What's wrong?
I'm just a little ticklish there. You are a very beautiful woman.
So what? Does it matter?
I'm talking about the inside, Frankie. On the outside, it's just look at the draw.
You don't know me.
I have an instinct for people. And I know you're a better person than you give yourself credit for.
I don't like the way you're looking at me.
Why? Are you afraid I might actually see you?
I want you to leave.
What?
Now. Go home. Go home to your wife.
Did I do something wrong?
No.
and I'm going to keep it that way.
Hey, you fallen in love with that sleazebag? I saw the way you looked at him, honey, and the way you talked to him.
Yeah, well, I saw the way you were looking at Thomas Leary's wife.
Oh, what's that supposed to mean?
You really think I wouldn't figure out who killed 3 of our targets?
If that's an accusation, spit it out. Otherwise, lose your tone. I don't like it.
You don't like? What about what I like? Or do you even know what that is anymore?
Oh, you mean like your sweet Victor does?
I am not falling in love with Victor. I can just barely stand you anymore.
Why? You tell me what's changed.
A lot of things. Like you killing our clients' husbands, probably for a big chunk of the insurance money and leaving me out of the deal.
Oh, honey, apparently you're as guilty of not knowing me as I am of not knowing you. See, I killed him for free. Sort of a public service.
I was hoping you would tell me I was paranoid.
No. Actually, I'm sick of tiptoeing around your sensitive nature. Come on, Frankie, deep down inside, you always knew what I was doing. Just like you know, those guys are worthless and they deserve to be punished.
You murdered him for nothing.
So you call betrayal nothing, huh?
Get away from me.
Listen to me. We made a commitment to each other, Frankie, and I'll die before I go back on it. Now, tomorrow, you're gonna finish the job with Victor Moreno. You're gonna sleep with him, and then we'll give his lovely wife the tape and collect our 10 grand.
And then you kill him.
And if you refuse to go through with it, I'll know you love him. And then I'll kill you too.
You know, Mom, I can't believe how selfish I've been.
You haven't been selfish.
I get so caught up in how the changes in your life would affect me that I lost sight of the fact that it's your life.
I'm not having an affair.
What? This guy you met in Europe?
We're friends. His wife passed away recently, and we both needed someone to talk to, someone who'd listen. He makes me feel good about myself.
And Dad doesn't.
It sounds like such a cliche, but with William, I'm finally reclaiming my own opinions instead of borrowing your father's.
Has there been anything at all that's been good between you and Dad lately? Mom, why have you stayed so long?
I kept hoping it'd get better. I didn't want to be a failure. I didn't want to be alone. And I loved him. I'm sorry.
Teddy, I thought you were with the other camp.
There's no war, Dad.
But your mother gets a lawyer, huh?
She's not having an affair. The guy she met is just a friend.
She told you that?
And I believe her.
She never said she was having an affair. You made an assumption, and she didn't deny it.
Well, why?
It's just her way of letting you know how unhappy she's been.
I don't want to lose her, guys.
If there's any hope of saving this marriage, you're gonna have to see someone. Professional.
You want me to see a shrink?
A marriage counselor.
Oh, come on. You know how I feel about airing my laundry in front of strangers, TC. No way.
And so does Mom.
Dr. Daniel Burke?
Jill and I saw him for about a year. Now we go once a month for maintenance. You shouldn't see him because it's a conflict of interest, but you should call him. He'll give you a good referral.
Are things okay between you and Jill?
Best they've ever been.
Come on, why didn't you tell me you were having problems?
Probably for the same reason he didn't tell me.
Yeah, I suppose I didn't set much of an example for tolerance and understanding, huh, guys?
Maybe it's not too late for both of us to change.
Thanks, Teddy. Thanks, guys. Huh?
I'm telling you, she's not a killer. If she was, why would she have prevented me from incriminating myself with my wife?
You said that Frankie was worried about you or scared of something.
Or someone. I know Tanya's our murderer, and I'm sure Frankie knows that too. Lieutenant, all I need is a couple of hours. I'm meeting Frankie at Scoundrels. I'll get her to talk to me.
Look, the only reason we held out this long is we don't have a gun or a motive. The DA was hoping you and Corey get close enough to get a confession.
But we did hear from the two victims' wives. They positively ID'd Tanya and Frankie from the mugshots we faxed them. They were using different names, but they're definitely the same PIs that they used to entrap their husbands.
That's still not hardcore evidence.
The DA is afraid of another murder. I got a warrant to search their condo, hopefully to turn up the gun that killed Thomas Leary.
That's his voicemail alert.
Frankie's message says that I'm in danger and I should leave town for a couple of weeks without contacting her. I gotta get over there. I know she's in trouble.
All right, take Chris as backup. Corey meets you with the search warrant.
Thank you.
Don't you two have jobs?
We brought someone with us.
This isn't a good idea.
Maybe we should leave.
No. I want you all to hear this. Because a lot of what has happened in this family is because I always put my work first. Catherine and I have decided to get help. With you or without you. Marital counseling, whatever you want, I'll do it. I don't want a divorce. I don't want a life without you, Catherine.
I've decided to move out, Ethan.
Oh, Catherine, please.
I don't want a divorce. I just want a little time and some space to be me, whoever that is. And then we'll try to fix it.
Catherine, I took you straight from under your father's roof. You've never been on your own before.
Well, then, I think it's about time, isn't it?
I think you know what's best for you.
Frankie, I know you're in there. Please, open the door. I know you're in trouble. Please, open up.
Go away, Victor. I'll call the cops. What the hell are you doing?
Come with me right now.
I don't think your wife would like that very much.
Listen, I know you're running away from your partner. You know she's dangerous.
Well, Victor Moreno. I recognize you from the tape.
And you must be the jealous friend.
Well, it's like I say, you can't be jealous unless someone gives you a reason to be.
He was just leaving, baby.
Yeah, and you were gonna leave in a few minutes and go meet up with him.
No, I wasn't. I swear.
Get away from her. Now!
Calm down. There's nothing going on here. I just came here to talk.
Nobody comes here just to talk to Frankie.
You're talking crazy, Tanya.
And you're a liar. And a slut.
No, come on, baby. You and me, let's go. We'll work it all out.
Drop the gun, Tanya. I'm a cop.
Wait.
Your move.
Let her go. Look, I know you killed Thomas Leary. And those men in Palm Beach and Chicago.
I should have known you were a cop.
Yeah, I guess you should have. I have a wire and a whole lot of backup outside. So give it up.
So the whole thing was an act? Everything you said?
It was a lie, baby, just like I told you.
I meant everything I said, Frankie. And you felt it. Tanya, let her go. Don't make this more difficult than it is.
Oh, how could it be? Move away. I'll blow her brains out.
No, you won't. Because you care about her.
She betrayed me.
No, she didn't.
Yes, she did. In her heart. And that's worse.
All units hold.
You were the best thing in my life. You want her? Fine, take her.
This is 1 PB3 in pursuit of suspect fleeing southbound foot. We need an ambulance.
woman like you wouldn't be married to a guy like that. You're on our team, aren't you?
And what team is that? Psychopathic serial killers?
You killed her.
No, I cared about her. She died because of you.
You are so way beyond sick.
Yeah, well, nothing a state-funded injection will cure. Get her out of here.
I should have gone with my gut. I could have gotten her out of there.
No, you couldn't have. She didn't know what Tanya was doing because she didn't want to know.
Because she really cared for her.
Yeah. Bye, sweetheart.
Bye.
Yeah. Take care of yourself, huh?
I guess it is hard to imagine 35 years with the same person.
Not as hard as imagining 35 years together and then being apart.
I want to learn something from this, Chris. I don't want to look back one day and realize I made the same mistakes that my folks have.
You won't,
And you know,
because I won't let you.
I could be talking about a day pretty far in the future.
I know.